What is going on, you guys? Welcome to another Sunday fun day. Let me know how everything's sounding. Kind of set up in a hurry, trying to get a lot done. So, oh man, let's see what's going on. Get this set up. Watching another video, so I haven't had a chance to make sure everything was good to go like I should have. Hey, I'm watching me. Hey, what's going on there, Chad? How are you, boss? You're the first one. If you ain't first, you're last, right? Oh man. So another impromptu. I didn't really have a whole plan for this, but ended up getting home, so here I am. I was actually watching, like I said, I was watching Lone Wolf Trucker's video a second ago. Hey, there's some people. What's up, Russ? What's going on, Charles? Got people trickling in to hear about the debacles again, huh? Oh man, we are obviously at home, but we're leaving tonight. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I made it in. Everything's happening, Russ, and all of it at the same time. It's been interesting. Oh yeah, it's a learning curve that goes straight up. Forgot how much I didn't know, or forgot what I thought I knew. But hey, Greg, I'm doing great. How are you? I'm doing very well. But, like you said, I'm at home, so you can't be doing too bad. But won't be here long. Yeah, it's the learning curve is steep with this one, and I think that I know what I'm doing, but you'd be surprised how little I do. Let me fix this. Fix this so I'm not staring at the screen and I'm actually talking to y'all. Yeah, the night shift is pretty good. I've been able to run, flatbed. I've been able to run the day shift, the early morning shift, so that I'm starting early and finishing early, which is what I like. Almost had to run overnight, but haven't quite got to that part yet. I don't mind running overnights, but I like like I said, I've been starting 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, get where I'm going, get shut down before everything gets jam packed, get a shower, and get everything put up. So that's when I like to run, especially I said flatbed because all of my deliveries so far have been Monday through Friday, 7 to 3 deliveries. I delivered that load of shingles a day early just because there's so many, the flatbed, first come, first serve customers that you get. So that's why I like it. I definitely have enjoyed that. No nighttime appointments, no 3 o'clock in the morning deliveries. It's been 7 to 3, first come, first serve. I think when I did those trailers, I had a pickup appointment of 9:15, but that's the only appointment that I've had to keep so far. So everything else just been get there when you get there. And they say first come, first serve. I have yet to be behind a truck except when I picked up, like I said, those trailers with that appointment. So it's been kind of fun not having to deal with other drivers. Uh, oh, flatbed is definitely it's solar power, but like I said, I start at 3 o'clock in the morning. Set the alarm for 2:30. Get up, get stretched, get out the door by 3. That leaves me plenty of time to get everything done. But flatbed is definitely solar powered. What's going on, Mr. Pork Chop? I'll be coming back through Oklahoma City. We'll talk about my next load. I can't. I keep saying I'm not going to do stuff, and I end up doing it. So I'll be going right back through the OKC. I swore I was done with the Northwest, and I am definitely not done with the Northwest. So, let me see. A couple more people get in here, and then we'll get into it. Like I said, I'll keep this, 30-ish minutes. Y'all got better things to do. And like I said, I'm leaving. Technically, I'm doing the old TMC thing. I'm parking up tonight. I'm going to run out to the truck. That way I can, because I haven't, again, first come, first serve tomorrow pickup heading back up to Montana. But they can start at 7, and where I had to park, I'd rather get out of the truck tonight, get some sleep, get up in the morning and beat Dallas traffic rather than, because if I do it from the house, then I won't get there till 9, 10 o'clock in the morning to get picked up. And I don't want to do that. So we're going to go park up out of the truck tonight, leave early to get through Dallas before the traffic gets bad, and get picked up, like I said again, but it's 7 to 3, first come, first serve, taking a steel load, steel fastener, not even sure what it is. Luckily, tomorrow is the first non-triple digit day in Dallas because it's my first tarp load. I get to throw some tarps tomorrow. I get to yeah, it's they said 6 foot tarps. And I was like, well, I have 8 foot tarps and I have 4 foot tarps. I don't have 6 foot tarps. So we get to play with the big boys on my first tarp load. So that'll be an adventure. But yeah, so I made this last week is what I would probably call successfully unsuccessful. I got very, very lucky, and luck is about the only thing blessed, that things worked out even the way that they did. Because man, taking that load up to Seattle, I was like, oh, there'll be plenty of loads. And then I saw what those loads paid, and there were definitely not plenty of loads. And I said that shingle load just popped up, and they'd actually called me about a similar shingle load that I ended up turning down because I didn't want to take 48,000 pounds in Oregon. I'm not against Oregon. Oregon's fantastic, but it's very expensive to go there and their permit situation and all that. So I was trying to avoid it. So I got that load down to Denver and hit 4 way stations. That was fun because I was heavy. Like I said in the video, if you guys saw it, it was 48,000 pounds. And then they put 4 bundles, they put everything they could just to get me loaded up. And so we went down to Denver again. I delivered it a day early, but let's see, flatbed in the winter. Flatbed in the winter is not good. Flatbed in the winter can really slow down. That's really the downtime for flatbed, but let me rephrase that. That's what I remember from 2 years ago because it's been 2 years since I've done flatbed. Is the lessons we'll talk about. I made plenty of mistakes, like I said, with that learning curve. But yeah, winter is definitely a downtime for flatbed. But again, in my situation, with the way I'm running, I should be able to make it work. Should be okay to get through the winter. By the time the winter gets here, I'll be able to work with more brokers. I've looked up 3 or 4 loads, and they basically said your authority's too new, so I couldn't even haul some of the loads that I wanted to. So, but by winter, I'll have 6 months. So I'm hoping, like I said, that opens up some more brokers for me. Um, okay, so let's just make this to make everybody in Texas mad. I don't remember the last time it rained here. I think the July, like a month ago, July 16th was the last time that we had rain at the house. So it's hot. It ain't no human. It's just hot. All right, Michigan. My second load, the second choice load, was going up to Michigan. It was another load of utility trailers, but it wasn't quite paying well enough. But so no, we actually got to, like I said, I was right outside of Denver. I delivered those shingles, and I kind of break it down for you like this with with the loads. So when I looked on Thursday, I looked in Dallas for loads on Monday, and this was about 10 o'clock in the morning or so on Thursday. Looking for tomorrow. In flatbed step deck loads on Thursday at 10 o'clock in the morning, there were 150 available loads. Obviously, I can't haul all those. Those aren't all, at my discretion, but there were over 150 on Thursday for Monday. When I left Washington on Tuesday, I updated the app, my load board for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Thursday at 10 o'clock, looking for load out of Denver on Friday. Within 500 miles, there was no more at any point in time than 44 loads within 500 miles. So guess who bounced home from Denver on Thursday? Well, Friday. I delivered Thursday, parked up in Limon, drove the nice 700 miles on Friday to get home. But luckily, babe gets 10.5 miles per gallon. So we didn't hurt too bad on fuel going home. And we've already got a reload for tomorrow. So it wasn't what I wanted to do. It was definitely not the plan, but I wasn't. They offered me one load. It was out of Denver, going from Denver to Augusta, Georgia. It was 48,000 pounds. It was tarped. It was palletized concrete, and it was going, like I said, from Denver to Augusta, Georgia for $1.23 a mile. And I was like, nope, not putting that strain on my truck and on myself for that kind of money. I'll just come down here, and I got a load going to Montana that is still heavy. I say it's still faster. It's 45,000 pounds going to Montana, but it's paying me 240 a mile to get up there. And so it'll be a wash, but we'll make it work. But yeah, we ended up coming home from Denver all alone. No, don't go to Michigan. See, yeah, the things I didn't know. I was like, oh, Michigan, I can, can't get out. I can get another quicker than I can get out of Denver, I would guess. But yeah, that was a rough couple days to get 2 loads, but like I said, luckily they paid good, so I mean, it worked out. We made money, but we made money simply because I didn't have a truck payment. If I had a truck payment and all that, as I said, this is the payment that I take all my insurances and all that kind of stuff out. So now we're leaving tomorrow and it's all profit minus fuel, which is on the rise again. So we'll have to see how that ends up working out for us with these fuel prices and cheap freight. But in Montana, I've actually got a load with a broker that I've never hauled for that I'm signed up for that's actually loading out of about 150 miles out of northern Idaho on Friday. So I'm going to call on Monday because I really want to get my load booked a whole lot earlier than I did last time, but I just couldn't find one. So now I'm looked and there were loads out of the Montana. So I'll be north of Missoula. You can dip into Washington, dip into Idaho, dip into Montana. I'll be able to get a load out of there, but it's time for a break from the old Northwest. Ross, we were waiting for you. You can't be late. We were the star of the show. Going back, yeah, Texas from all the hailstorms. Yeah, I hauled malarkey, but I hauled out of Oklahoma City. There was a shingle place in Kansas that was a 441-mile deadhead to pick up the load that was 800 bucks for 600 miles. So it would have been 800 bucks for 1,000 miles. And like I said, it's like, I'll just go home. I know there's loads around Dallas. And now this next trip, however, probably going to be out for, I need to stay out till September 1st. Got to find the loads, but trying to, like I said, we're in profit zone. So I'm really trying to get out and run and build up the maintenance fund and build up we spent way too much money starting this business fund. Seeing better, yeah. Yeah, seeing some better rates, just the loads aren't here. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, I don't know how. Really weird with the rate thing is that it's that they're so all over the place. Like I said, when I was up in Tacoma, is that it was literally $1.30 a mile, and the load I got was 237 a mile, and I'm using what everybody calls one of the bad brokers, the mega brokers is who's doing a lot of my freight right now. I've got a couple that I signed up. I got some paperwork because I couldn't haul for C.H. Robinson because they didn't have the right paperwork. So, I got that. But it was amazing to me that, the loads going to the same place, they pay so different. You think it'd be pretty standardized, but it's like, no, it'd be one place would offer you for $1.30 and another place was 240 going almost to the same place. So these rates are just, not only are they bad, they're so all over the place, but those loads that pay good, you got to be on them. I mean, you got to be staring at the load board or they'll be gone before you can, look up. What's up, OTC? How are you, sir? Hanging in there? So funny. I want to talk about some mistakes. And we got a couple people in here, not a lot, but a couple. The true OGs, they're here. The stuff that I have not thought of is that it's. I'm laughing because it's funny. So I went out and you guys have talked about, and you guys know I bought a step deck trailer. The step deck trailer is cool. I was happy. I was good to go. Do you know why a customer directly requests a step deck trailer? Because I do, and I never even thought of it. It's because they want to haul taller loads, right? And so when I got there and I picked up that trailer load, I never asked, never thought to ask, never crossed my mind to ask, hey, how tall's the load? They requested a step deck. Obviously, it's a tall load. And so my buddy was like, well, how tall of a load can you haul? And I was like, I don't know. My trailer's step deck height. Well, guess what, Kev? There's a difference in these trailers, right? Because I have 19.5s. And he's like, well, you need to measure your deck. And he told me, and I was like, I knew to do it, but I never thought of it. So I went out and measured my deck of the trailer that's curved, and the highest point is 38 inches. So to get to 13.6, I can haul a 10'3" load. But those are things that never even crossed my mind setting this up. So that's kind of when I say I'm learning these lessons, the steep learning curve is like, Well, the reason they want a step deck trailer is probably because it's a tall load, whether it's machinery, whether it's trailers, and it's just you don't know what you don't know, or you forgot what you didn't know. And so now when I call somebody, say, "Hey, how tall is the load if it says step deck only?" So like I said, it's learning that. All right, I'm gonna put it up there. Literally what I said. He's like, "Well, how tall is your trailer?" I was like, "It's step deck height. It's not flatbed. It's step deck. They're not standard. There's a difference based on tires, based on type, based on bed." And I knew it, but I didn't think about it. And so to ask those questions, man, that's when lumber up here. Bob's going to Minnesota. Hey, Minnesota, Wisconsin, I'll take a load over to those areas. Get down to Iowa and get some stuff. I'm still learning. Like I said, I'm learning all the areas that I don't know, and that's kind of where the Northwest has just been easy because they pay about 240 a mile, and it's easy. It's just trying to figure out. I want to get into the East Coast, but I don't know anything step deck wise, flatbed wise about where to go in the East Coast. Is North Carolina good? Is Georgia good? I know Wisconsin. I like Wisconsin, Minnesota. I like Iowa. Not crazy about once you start getting into Pennsylvania's where I start getting, Northern New York was real good for box truck, but when I was with TMC and Prime, I never went up there. So I've still got to learn what the loads are like in Michigan, Pennsylvania, New York, what that is for step because I don't know. And because my reloads aren't going there, I haven't been able to find out yet. So I'm definitely trying to get over there, but just going to be more lessons learned. And that's going to be the rough part. Like I said, getting over there and figuring out what you don't know. Am I going to run the Northeast this winter? So here's my thoughts on that. Northeast, Northwest for me are very different. Northwest stops for me around October 1st. I'm not going into Idaho, Washington in the winter, right? Northeast, I'll go Northeast all day long, but I basically, when you look at the Northeast, I carve out was it Philadelphia, Baltimore, DC, New York City. I got a big crosshatch. I do not go to those areas. I don't go to those areas in July. I don't go to them in December. I'll roll to northern New York. I'll run up into Maine and pick up some lumber. I enjoyed did that with my trainer one time. He was in the Boston area. We went through Boston. That gets tricky. I don't want to screw up. Again, I've been driving for 3.5 years, but everything being so new, I kind of want to stay where it's open until I get my feet under me. And just Baltimore, DC, that's just not areas I want to go, especially with a flatbed, because I don't know how much reloading stuff there is. There's no real food coming out of there that we're going to put on our step deck. And I don't feel like hauling sailboat fuel because, like I said, I did that from Denver. So Northeast, I'll run all the time. I just carve out New York City, Philadelphia, DC, Baltimore. I just don't go there in general. I'll go to Northern Virginia some, but that's about where I'll run. Let's see. PA, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, parts of Virginia, North, South Carolina, Alabama typically pay well. See, and those are areas that I like to run. I have no problem. I've got my Kentucky permit because they don't do IFTA. Ohio doesn't bother me. Virginia, the Southeast supposedly is doing, for as good as it can be. There's only one way to find out. Take a load up this way. Yeah, see that's how I got stuck in Denver with no load. Was hey, it pays 237 a mile, and then you're going to get there and can't find a load. But yeah, unfortunately, that's how I'm having to learn. I'm having to just figure it out. Now I plan some when I'm looking at my load board. If I see a load that I really really like, I'll go up on the DAT load board and see just for that day. I know I'm not loading that day, but I'll look and say, hey, what do the loads look like in the area? I'll do that. That's about as far as my extent can go is just research. Hey, what do the reloads look there right now? And I imagine what day of the week I'll be there. Yeah. Yeah, Wyoming, yeah, nope, yeah, Wyoming, Montana, they were beautiful. I didn't realize how beautiful Eastern Washington was. Never been there before. I just been up to Vancouver, and those were great. I love driving through Idaho in the summer and in the fall, but once that snow hits and when my liability goes up, my chances of going there goes down. Let's put it that way. And yeah, you can get snow on 55 in Illinois as well, but it seems like they know how to they don't have to there's not the road closed signs because there's such stretches they can typically typically. I've seen some bad ones, but they can typically keep up with the roads in those type of areas because there's so much people traffic, whereas out west, it's a little bit different. So, yeah, that's, been the extent of it, though. That's been the good and the bad. We have our groceries coming in. Like I said, they're semi parking up tonight. We're gonna go to the truck and then head out to Montana in the morning. Oh, yeah, the "You Don't Know What You Don't Know" was an important video for me to put out. And now we're gonna put out the this week should be the, 3 big mistakes that I've made. So we get to talk about all those kind of things in my trucking career, and then trying to do camera footage, but like I said, there's so much stuff that I go and I get done with it, and I go, "I should have filmed that." So I'm trying to keep up with the the, uh, the video for you, trying to make it a little more than just me talking, but like I said, it was Sunday and I had some free time, so, like I said, waiting on groceries, laundry's done, kids are doing their thing, but, it's running time now. This is gonna be where I run because hunting season will be here before you know it. Yeah, we gotta get, tarps. That's gonna be fun. Strapping is gonna be fun. Do you have plans to haul more equipment machinery as opposed to commercial goods with a step deck? Abso-freaking-lutely. Um, because that's what I'm trying to learn. And I have ramps, which I didn't realize were as big of a deal. They just came on the trailer, but I'm looked at a lot of loads that they are machinery, but you also have to remember again, I'm still a new authority. So I have to find the brokers. A lot of those loads are with smaller brokers that won't let me haul for them. Trying to figure out the whole Landstar debacle. I got nowhere on Friday with that. Trying to haul for them. It's like I'm approved, but nobody knows if I'm approved. They do a lot of machinery. So definitely want to get on the machinery type stuff. Just got to watch the height. I'm still, again, don't know what you don't feel nervous about oversized. I don't want to get anything too big and get myself in a bind like I did with my 14-foot tall load that wasn't even oversized. So machinery, Humvees, vehicles, yeah, I'm definitely down for all that because you don't have to tarp those. Because yes, typically some of the loading, shippers and receivers are smaller with those type places, so it's a little easier to get out. If I came this close to taking a load over to Montana out of Washington that was 2 Skylift, but it when they were paying cash on delivery and they would have worked with me, but then the shingle load came up and it paid a little better, and I didn't want to be trapped in the middle of Montana because surely Denver was a better area, and of course it wasn't. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Like I said, success is a varying term of what we had, but we definitely success because we learned and we made it home. So now we got to make it back out. Yeah, the ramps, and I also found out that I have the load levelers, but they're not factory, the ones that are, like, solid, so and I don't think I'm gonna do many load leveler required loads, so, yeah, machinery vehicles is what I really wanna try and find, but I just gotta earn it, I gotta pay my dues, and so utility trailers out of Texas apparently is a really big one. There I've seen 3 or 4 different loads with 3 or 4 different brokers, so probably see some more of those loads shingles, whatever. Like I said, what am I'm hauling steel fasteners, which get it the one for tomorrow was a flatbed or step deck. So I wasn't worried about height. Just got to watch the weight. So, I was worried about being over height all the way up there, and then I was worried about being overweight all the way back down. So I haven't found a simple load. I'm still waiting on one of those real easy. Oh yeah, it's 10,000 pounds and it's 2 straps and go. But I haven't seen one of those yet. So we got about 5 more minutes. Like I said, I don't keep you guys too much on a Sunday, and I got to pack and watch the NASCAR race and do all that fun stuff. But definitely trying the new video style. I like the way they look at it. It's kind of weird when I'm finally to a point where I get to enjoy my videos. It's like, man, it's a whole lot better than me just sitting around talking, which obviously we're doing now. But you guys have been awesome and supporting, so I like to try and give back to those who've helped me for sure. See if I missed anything in here. So Nope. But we are. Let me see. What was that? Nope, didn't miss anything. So we are also, and y'all tell me again, not on this video, but in the comments. I'm gonna also try. I bought a. I think I talked to him about it or not. I bought a Ninja Speedy and I bought a Blackstone griddle, and I'm actually planning on doing some cooking videos. But I think the way I'm going to do it is put them at the end of my normal videos, so you guys can see that you don't have to eat at truck stops. So that might be some new content you might see is coming out. Like I said, if my camera would stop overheating in Texas, I'm gonna try and get some videos getting loaded. But we're trying to keep the videos coming, trying to keep interesting and to the point, not just me talking because nobody likes to see that. So yeah, maybe you should go live. I was literally watching. He wasn't live, but I was watching Lone Wolf Trucker. I was watching his latest video while I was waiting on this one to start. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. Like I said, I like going live. It's easier to do from home. It's easier to set up with the camera and everything, so I can actually have some quiet and talk instead of because when I film those videos on the truck, I don't have the air conditioner on and it gets hot. Tulsa, oh, Red Valley Catch You Live. Watch all your videos. I used to drive a TMC with you as well. Well, see, appreciate you stopping in there, Colby. Tulsa. He said, I'll be through Oklahoma City tomorrow. Uh, I don't think you really missed anything with my lives. My lives are just for you guys. Try and give some information. It gives me points. I sit around and I drive and I think. And I was like, I should say that. So gives me a chance to be a part of it. There's a couple of TMC guys that I've run into. I ran into, like I said, I ran into a subscriber and when I dropped off my load, and I don't meet many of my subscribers. I get jealous when I see all the guys posting, "Hey, I met this subscriber." I don't meet that many of you, so by all means, if you see Babe and you see me, don't hesitate to say hello. I don't know what I'd tell you, but shake a hand and say hello. It'd be nice to meet some of you guys. But 30 minutes in, we are getting close there. Yeah, buddy just left TMC. He was there twice actually. But I still keep up with old Airborne Trucker. He's putting out videos, and his are always got something interesting to say. That and the Prime. As I said, I left those companies, but I can't get away because I have so many friends there that I still watch those watch those channels a lot. All right. Anything else? We are at the 30-minute ish mark, and you guys have been awesome. I appreciate the ones that of you that do show up. I know it's a Sunday, but gives me a chance to vent and kind of talk about what I've learned and give you guys a laugh. Which obviously by the comments, I laughed. Yeah, he went to, and then full disclosure, like I said, TMC was where I was going in January. I was going back as well. My buddy was there. I was actually going back there, but then that's when we said, no, we're going to pull the trigger and we're going to buy a truck because why not? And boy, has that been the right decision. But I almost went back to TMC for a second time as well. Everyone trucker gets furious. He gets frustrated. Oh, truck buddies. Yep. Yeah, and he's a hoot. But I've known him through YouTube for 3 years and never met him, but I can't wait to run into Adrian. He's a good dude. So W '05 W900. Buddy of mine's got a 2022 W900. I'm just over here in my plastic truck chilling. But we compare fuel bills a lot, and I don't complain about that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to get in here, get right out of here. We will be back on the road tonight. Well, we'll be the truck tonight, and then we'll be out on the road tomorrow. So we will have some more videos. Can't wait. I got some live shorts that I got to work up. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, appreciate you guys tuning in, taking the time to support me again when I'm out on the road and I make the videos, and then you guys come in and leave such nice comments. It makes it worth it. So we're gonna get out of here. You could watch stuff. Yeah, I could. The videos I can make of what I get into is enough. I got enough problems trying to keep my truck from getting pulled over. So, all right, you guys take care. God bless, and let's get rolling.